We mean business. Yes, good evening. I felt really guilty this morning. The weather was so awful. I didn't take you with me during my workout just because I didn't want to damage my phone essentially. But I did miss you. I must admit, I felt like I needed something to talk to. But what it's allowed me to do today is do a different type of video. A video I've been wanting to do for a little while anyway. So it is 4:45 in the evening, and I wanted to talk about candles. Yes, one of my goals this year was to maybe buy some scented candles and just talk about them as well. And yeah, essentially, I've got this one at Christmas. I think I've shown this in a YouTube short anyway. It's from Aldi, a big 300 gram sweet almond and macaroon hotel collection scented candle. My parents got me that one. Very, very happy with it. And also this one. This is one I recently got, pumpkin spice by Lush. So they also do candles if you didn't know. And yeah, obviously I've just recently reviewed pumpkin spice as a body spray. Extremely controversial. How different is it to the candle? Does the candle smell like that? Fragrance like slightly changes? And yeah, is it worth buying essentially in terms of all the prices and things like that? Also got 3 other products to sort of review today. Again, it is pumpkin spice, as I got it from a gift set, but this is actually a shower gel. I've got so much pumpkin spice stuff. Consider I didn't like it in the review, as you would have seen. I've got a foot balm, an award-winning foot balm here called Repeat. And this I've not actually tried yet, but it's called Black Tea Mochi. It's a fresh face mask. Fresh face masks essentially they only last a month, so keep them in the fridge last longer. They're fine, honestly. Just use them as normal. Use them as take as much time as you like because they don't go off. They honestly don't. But yeah, let's get the candles on, and then I'm going to put the face cream on while I talk about the review. So I'm a little bit strange in this one today. Wow, I tell you what, you can smell these straight when you lift the lids off. So I have used them all already. A little bit of a disclaimer. I have tried them. I've given them a little smell, and all I can safely say is the pumpkin spice here. It's very sweet, and it feels like it is meant to be that. This scent, as you would have seen with my review, I wasn't overly complimentary because it doesn't smell like a fragrance. It smells more like an air freshener or, yeah, just something to scent a room. And that's exactly what a candle is. And it's delicious. It's really nice. And then this one, you certainly get that almond straight away. You know, like sometimes when you go to like a fancy hotel, they've got those lovely clean soaps. They always have like those lovely white soaps in little travel packs. It smells just like that. So I'm going to put these on while I talk about the reviews of other things. And we'll just mention how the scent develops over time. So this is so cool. This, honestly, USB lighter. And it works so well. Honestly, you can get these on Amazon for about £6, I think. So cheap, so worth it. I do feel like I need to cut the wick off this a little bit as well. But what I like with the Lush one, before I light it, it's all like soy wax, which is apparently a little bit safer, a bit better for you, for your health. I don't know. I don't worry too much about these things. You can read so much online that fragrances on your skin aren't good for you. So yeah, don't worry about it. Has it lit? Oh, here we go. This is going to be the challenge now. There we go. It is on. So we'll let those ones develop over time. I'll tell you which one's essentially stronger. Now, what I'm going to do in the meantime, look how high that is. It's like a bonfire in here. But what we're going to do in the meantime, we're going to do some of these other reviews. So let's put a bit of this Black Tea Mochi on. So essentially, if you haven't seen these videos before, I have mentioned them in other videos. If you get like body sprays or bottles like this, or any sort of packaging, anything like this, keep them. Don't throw them in the bin. Keep them. Get 5. Take it back to a Lush store, and you'll get a free fresh face mask essentially. Brilliant, brilliant value for money. Even once you've used this one up, you can use this as one of the ones again to take back to the shop. Now again, I have just tried this, just rubbed it on my finger to get a sense of smell. But this is called Black Tea Mochi, and what it says is add a bit of bounce to your routine. For skin so soft and supple, you may be mistaken for a sweet snack. I don't get that. I really, really don't get that. To be honest with you, it smells a little bit green. So it's got from a shrub. So jojoba oil. Anyone heard of that? Jojoba oil? Jojoba. That's what it says. Anyway, it says it's a shrub that provides an important habitat for rodents and local bird species in the Peruvian desert. You tell me what it smells like, does it? So yeah, there's not really too much info on what it smells like, but all I can say is it smells like a little bit herbal. That's the main thing I'm getting. It's very, very herbal actually. So what I'm going to do is I really suffer, and glasses wearers, you'll be able to relate to this. I get a very oily nose. And actually, this is very good. One thing I like with this face mask, and they're all very different. It has got some black tea in it, so you can probably see some black specks in it, which is definitely the tea. Apologies, I can't see you now, you're a complete blur. But yeah, where I suffer with oily skin on my nose with glasses, I'm just going to rub it in there. But this one is nice and thick. It's almost like a mud, like a nice cement, if cement's a nice thing. I'm just going to keep it on there because, to be honest with you, you're probably meant to apply a bit of water. Now, I don't actually apply water first when I put these on because I find that it just rubs it off a little bit too much. But there we are. And the one thing I do like with this one, if you look at the colour of this, it's quite grey, it's quite dull. If you rub these on things like flannels, they don't stain them, but it's very hard to get off unless you put them in the washing machine. So we're going to leave that on. Per the instructions, it always says, generously apply to the skin, leave on for 10 to 15 minutes, relax, and then rinse off. And then it says, keep me refrigerated between 2 and 8 Celsius. Don't put them in the fridge. As I was saying earlier, you don't need to put these in the fridge. I think it's not worth it at all. So let's get these glasses on. I know I'm going to make them dirty, but I need to see you again. I need to see how my nose looks. Looks like it's a big bruise, doesn't it? So, how do the candles smell at the moment? Well, I can smell them both. Cheaper one, this one. I paid £8, I believe, for this one. I think it's about £16 normally for a can. It's got about 25 hours, I think, of burn time, so quite a long time. This one's got 35 hours. What I would say, you can certainly smell this one. It's really nice, but it's a double wick, so you can't probably tell that from the lighting, but there's 2 wicks in it. It's quite smoky. This one's quite smoky, definitely smells more synthetic. And I didn't think I'd really pick that up with candles. That one definitely has that chemical smoky type vibe to it. This one is really pleasant. I think you are getting that little bit extra what you pay for. I think it's really, really pleasant. So yeah, if you like that sweet pumpkin type smell, definitely go for this. If you like that sort of smell of clean soap, this is great. This is one I can imagine it's more in a bath than anything, but this is great as a room fragrance. So normally when I'm spraying my room, normally I obviously put a fragrance on, but sometimes I just like my room to smell nice. I might spray a body spray. You don't need to with this. I think candles are really, really good for that. So that's that so far. Let's have a look at the other 2 things. So let's do the shower gel. So I've just spoken about how Lush charge quite a lot for their candles. I do think you get what you pay for with it. And something over the years I've always found is I don't tend to spend a lot on shower gels. Until recently, Lush shower gels are a different level. And this one here is pumpkin spice latte. So this came as part of the gift set with pumpkin spice. The candle didn't come with it. These 2 came together. You get the gift set of the 2 100ml body spray and this 110g shower gel. It was £14. I paid it's about £28 normally. I think that's great value for money. So what I like with this one, and it's a really sad thing probably to say I like, I don't know if you can tell, but it's glittery. It's very glittery. It's not normally that runny. They're quite thick normally, Lush shower gels, and that's the one thing you notice. If you have a shower with these, that smells really good. If you have a shower with these though, they don't come off very easily, and I think, oh well, you know, you want it to come off, but you don't really. Honestly, the strength of the fragrance, sometimes once you've rubbed them on your skin, I'll be able to smell that on my hand 5 or 6 hours after I've applied it, honestly. And that's after washing it off properly. That will still be there. And I really recommend just try the Lush shower gels. Obviously, they're known more for their bath bombs and things. Try some of their shower products. They've had shower jellies. I think I did a review on one of them not too long ago. And the shower jellies are really nice. But that's the one good thing with the Lush shower gel. Definitely recommend them. I had a Luigi one once, and it honestly, I could come out of the gym and I could smell it. I had rose jam. I could smell it. I didn't need to apply a fragrance on a cold day. It was absolutely fine. But I'm going to wash that one off. But I do like the fact it's glittery. That just adds a little bit of a extra gimmicky side to it. But I like that. That's what Lush is known for. A little bit gimmicky. And it's great. That stuff now is really dry on my nose. But yeah, if you sit with this 10-15 minutes, I honestly think it's more effective than having it washed off with water. Obviously, I'll wash it off with water after. So the candles, again, I can smell it. I don't need to go right up close to them. I'm obviously not doing that on purpose, just in case. But the pumpkin one is certainly stronger. It's a really nice scent, that one. Again, this is certainly more almond heavy, but very pleasant. And I do love candles. As I said, I think candles add a real element. I find them relaxing. Does anyone else find that with candles? Obviously, when you think of candles, you think of sitting in a bath, as I said, potentially. There's just something about them I like. I really find them relaxing, even with the light off sometimes in my room. I just have them on just as a bit of extra light. It's that sort of primitive lighting, which I quite like about it. So the last thing I wanted to review today, I'll tell you about. I've had this a couple of times, And again, if you're an athlete, if you're someone who likes to exercise, someone who's on their feet all day in their job, try this. This is called Lush Repeat. Now, this was award-winning product, and it's completely natural, 100% natural product. And you can always tell that with Lush because all the ingredients on the list are in green. So when they're not, they are written in black, and that's safe synthetics. But it does actually say 100% natural here. Yeah, this won awards. Now, what I do with this one, and this is how I recommend using it, is to wear it at night. Put it on at night with some big socks. If you've got some nice big cozy socks, you don't want anything too restricted in bed, this is the best thing to do. So what's it for, essentially? If I just read the info, to step up the hydration with zingy organic blood orange, glorious rich oils and indulgent waxes. So essentially what it is, it's like Vaseline for your feet. As someone who runs a lot, again, if you walk a lot as well, I'm sure you get a lot of dead skin. Get loads of dead skin. You might get things like athlete's foot's very common. I said I sometimes running in puddles and all sorts of things. My socks get wet. You know, you know what it's like. It's not very pleasant. I honestly have to file my feet so many times. This is like an antimicrobial wax, essentially. So I'll show you. It's very, very oily. You can see it's a nice orange colour, but there is an oil in there. It's really quite prominent. Let me just rub a bit in my hand. I don't know if you can really tell that, but you can see it's almost like waxy. It's a wax, essentially. Now that has its limitations, of course it does. You don't want to rub this on your feet and then walk around because it will go everywhere, go all over the floor. Less is more with this one, is probably the thing I'd say. Now obviously you can see it's quite orange there, but it does stain a tissue. And can I show you? Right, just there. You can see, I hope, from there, it's a really bright orange thing. So you definitely want a pair of socks that you're not too worried about, just to keep them sort of from damaging or staining the floor or staining anything else. Honestly, though, that's the best thing to do. Put them on at night and your feet are lovely and soft by the morning, and it's great. Smells really nice as well. So just make sure you wash your hands and everything because it really does stain, and that's its only real limitation. So let's rub this little bit off now. Get this off my nose. How does my nose feel? Really, you should wash this off with water. I should have done, really. But yes, my nose now feels really nice. And just for those bits where your glasses rest on your nose, it's really nice and dry. Honestly, I really suffer with blackheads and things there just from sweating and all those sorts of things. That does a really good job. So if there was anything I could recommend, if there's one product today I'd recommend to buy, which one would it be? Would it be one of the candles? Would it be the foot cream? Would it be the shower gels to try? Or would it be one of the fresh face masks? Well, certainly not the fresh face masks because, as I said, just save up. Just get loads of Lush. So you get 5 Lush products and you get one of them for free. And you can choose which one you want as well, which is absolutely great. I would probably say if there's one thing to try from Lush this year, it'd be their foot cream. I think their foot cream is so good. As I said, award-winning foot cream. And all the issues I had with my feet over the years with running and exercise, honestly, this has saved me. When I did the ultra marathon this year, 62 miles in a day, one of my real big fears was obviously getting blisters and all sorts of things. I was doing that's about 10 miles in, and there were people changing their footwear, changing their socks. I had socks in my pocket. I never changed anything once. I didn't change my shoes once, didn't change my socks once. Just kept going, and it was all because I had, I think, Vaseline and creams and pads and all sorts on my feet, just really looking after them as well. If you're going though purely on scent, this is a brilliant one to get. Pumpkin spice, if you can still get it on discount, because they certainly kept their offer on a little bit longer this year, Lush. This is great, and it really will fill up the room. It'll stain the room, but the scent will certainly stay in the room for a good few hours, and just relaxing. Pumpkin feels like something that should be in a candle, not so much as it is in the fragrance, even though since the review it has definitely grown on me a lot. I can't get enough of it at the moment because it just intrigues me as well. But yeah, definitely recommend the gift set. Get the gift set, try it. Then if you don't like this, it doesn't matter too much. It's not quite as big as the 200ml bottles they normally do in their body sprays. But yeah, definitely going to review some more candles. We'll talk a little bit more detail about them in future videos when I buy a few more. But yeah, let me know what you'd like to see from candles. Is there any sort of candles that you want me to buy? Some candles, are meant to replicate certain fragrances. So I know the Essence Vault do candles. They do clone fragrances. They also do they've started some really strange ones like laundry sheets or something that smell like fragrances as well. So things are getting more complicated. The beauty fragrance ranges of clone houses and all these brands, yeah, really, really interesting. I mean, Lush also do toothpaste. I don't recommend it. My dad is a dentist, and the Lush ones don't have fluoride in, and that I know there's risks around, potential risks around some of the ingredients in toothpaste. I can tell you now, the benefits of toothpaste, certainly having fluoride in it, outweigh the risks. Because, yeah, I honestly used the Lush toothpaste and it wasn't very good. My tooth felt really horrible, and it almost felt like if I just kept using that, you'd get gum disease by the end. It just wasn't effective at all. But I'm going to blow these out now. Hope you've enjoyed this. I hope it's given you a few ideas of things you could potentially buy that aren't necessarily fragrance, well, they're fragrance scent related, but not necessarily a perfume. I really recommend it, and I certainly recommend checking the Lush ones because they are very good. Thanks for watching. Catch you later.